Welcome back to Simple Finances. I'm here to share something revolutionary with you today. What if I told you that you could dramatically cut your spending while actually having more fun than ever before? Sounds impossible, right? Well, I'm about to show you how to become a true financial ninja, mastering the ancient art of smart spending without giving up the things that make life worth living. Let me start with a confession. 3 years ago, I was spending over $4,000 a month on what I thought was living my best life. I had the expensive gym membership I barely used, the premium streaming services I forgot existed, and the restaurant habit that was draining my bank account faster than a broken dam. I thought cutting expenses meant becoming a hermit who survived on ramen noodles and never left the house. I was completely wrong. The breakthrough came when I realized that being a financial ninja isn't about deprivation, it's about precision. Just like a ninja uses skill and strategy, rather than brute force, smart spenders use intelligence and creativity instead of simply throwing money at every problem. Today, I spend 60% less than I used to, yet I'm having adventures I never dreamed possible, and building memories that actually matter. The first principle of financial ninjutsu is understanding the difference between spending and investing in experiences. Most people think they need to spend big to have big fun, but that's the biggest lie the consumer culture has sold us. Last month, I organized a progressive dinner party where each course was at a different friend's house. The total cost was $37 for ingredients, but we laughed until our stomachs hurt and created memories we're still talking about. Meanwhile, my neighbor spent $200 at a fancy restaurant and barely remembers the meal. Here's what changed everything for me. I started viewing every purchase through the lens of cost per hour of enjoyment. That expensive coffee shop habit was costing me $8 for 15 minutes of pleasure. That's $32 per hour of enjoyment. Meanwhile, a $20 board game provided my friends and me with over 40 hours of entertainment across multiple game nights. The math was staggering. The subscription audit was my first major ninja move, and it might be yours too. I discovered I was paying for 17 different monthly subscriptions, most of which I'd completely forgotten about. The gym I visited twice in 6 months, the meditation app I used for 1 week, the premium music service that played the same songs as the free version. Canceling the unused subscriptions freed up $340 per month instantly. But here's where it gets interesting. Instead of just canceling everything, I got strategic. I kept the subscriptions that truly added value to my daily life, and found creative alternatives for the rest. Instead of paying for multiple streaming services, I organized a subscription share with 3 friends. We each pay for one service and share the passwords legally within our families. Everyone saves money, and we actually have more content to choose from. The social spending trap is where most people's budgets go to die, but it doesn't have to be yours. I used to think being social meant expensive dinners, costly concerts, and pricey bar nights. Now I know that the best connections happen during shared activities, not shared expenses. I started a hiking group that meets every Saturday morning. The cost is zero, but the friendships we've built are priceless. We've explored trails I never knew existed and watched sunrises that took my breath away. Food spending was my biggest challenge until I discovered meal planning like a ninja. Instead of restricting myself to boring meals, I turned cooking into entertainment. Sunday meal prep became my creative outlet. I experiment with cuisines from around the world, often spending less on ingredients for an entire week than I used to spend on a single restaurant meal. The bonus is that I've become genuinely good at cooking, which impresses friends and dates far more than expensive restaurant choices ever did. Transportation ninjas think beyond the obvious. I realized I was spending $400 monthly on ride shares for trips that public transportation could handle for $40. But instead of just switching to the bus, I made it an adventure. I started exploring different neighborhoods during my commutes, discovering local coffee shops, bookstores, and parks I never would have found otherwise. My daily commute transformed from a mindless expense into an exploration of my city. The entertainment industry wants you to believe that fun costs money, but that's their business model talking. Some of my most memorable experiences cost absolutely nothing. Free museum days, community festivals, beach visits, library events, hiking trails, and local concerts in the park have provided more genuine enjoyment than expensive entertainment ever did. The secret is shifting from being a consumer of experiences to being a creator of them. Gift giving used to stress me out financially until I learned the ninja art of thoughtful over expensive. Last Christmas, instead of buying costly presents, I created a photo book documenting all the adventures my sister and I had shared throughout the year. It cost $12 to print but meant more to her than any expensive gadget could have. Personal, thoughtful gifts that show you've been paying attention always triumph over expensive, generic purchases. The shopping ninja's greatest weapon is the 24-hour rule. Before any non-essential purchase, I wait a full day. You'd be amazed how many things you desperately needed become completely forgettable after 24 hours. For larger purchases, I extend this to a week or even a month. This simple pause has saved me thousands of dollars on impulse purchases that would have gathered dust in my closet. Seasonal spending used to destroy my budget until I learned to think like the seasons themselves. Instead of buying expensive winter coats in winter, I shop end-of-season sales and buy next year's winter coat in March for 60% off. The same strategy applies to everything from swimwear to holiday decorations. Planning ahead and shopping off-season has cut my clothing budget in half, while actually improving my wardrobe quality. The ninja mindset extends to major life decisions too. When I needed a new car, instead of financing something expensive to impress people I don't even like, I bought a reliable used vehicle with cash I'd saved through smart spending habits. No monthly payments meant more money for experiences that actually mattered to me. The freedom from debt payments is worth more than any status symbol could ever be. Technology spending is where many people leak money without realizing it. Instead of upgrading my phone every year, I learned to take care of the one I have and upgrade only when absolutely necessary. Instead of buying expensive software, I discovered free alternatives that work just as well for my needs. Instead of paying for premium apps, I found free versions that provide 90% of the functionality for 0% of the cost. Home entertainment really transformed for me when I stopped thinking like a consumer and, started thinking more like a curator. Instead of paying for premium cable with, hundreds of channels I never actually watched, I invested in a digital antenna for local channels and used the money I saved to occasionally rent new movies or sometimes attend live performances. The result? Way more intentional entertainment choices and just, honestly, better quality experiences overall. The compound effect of these changes has honestly been extraordinary. The money I'm not spending on unconscious consumption is now funding a travel account that has, get this, taken me to 7 countries in the past 2 years. And the time I'm not spending shopping or consuming is now invested in learning new skills, building stronger relationships, and, pursuing hobbies that genuinely fulfill me. Here's what nobody tells you about becoming a financial ninja. The hardest part isn't actually cutting expenses. It's resisting the social pressure to spend money you don't have on things you don't need just to impress people you don't even like. Your journey will, at times, challenge friends who are still trapped in that consumption cycle. But, hey, stay strong in your conviction because your future self is really going to thank you for every smart choice you make today. The most surprising discovery in my journey has been that conscious spending leads to conscious living. When you're intentional about where your money goes, you become intentional about how you spend your time, who you spend it with, and what truly brings meaning to your life. Financial discipline really does create space for authentic experiences and genuine relationships. Your path to becoming a financial ninja starts with a single decision. Choose one area where you're mindlessly spending and apply ninja precision to it. Maybe it's your coffee habit, maybe it's subscription services, or maybe it's impulse shopping. Start small, build the habit, then expand your ninja skills to other areas of your spending. Remember, the goal isn't to become cheap or to deprive yourself of joy. The goal is to become strategic so that every dollar you spend moves you closer to the life you actually want rather than the life advertising tells you to want. Financial ninjas understand that true wealth isn't about having enough money to buy anything you want. It's about wanting the right things and being smart about how you get them. The journey to financial mastery is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself as you develop these new habits. Celebrate small victories and learn from setbacks. Every ninja started as a beginner, and every expert was once a student. Your dedication to learning these skills today is an investment in decades of financial freedom tomorrow. Thanks for joining me on this journey to financial ninja mastery. If this video helped you see spending in a new light, please give it a like And let me know in the comments which ninja technique you're going to try first. Don't forget to subscribe to Simple Finances for more strategies to take control of your money without taking the fun out of your life. Until next time, spend smart and live well.